Matthew Rodwell, welcome to our commentary team. How do you see the game going this afternoon?
Thanks very much, Mike. The vibes in the dressing rooms just before they went out, the boys were very confident of a solid start and a very good win today.
All right, we're underway here for season 1994 for both the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Newcastle Knights. 28 out the Newcastle Knights. Now it's Matthew Johns gives it out to Adam Muir. Gets the ball away to Andrew Johns. Andrew Johns scampers a couple. Tyrone Smith's got him and brings him down. 12 out from the South Sydney line. McCormick at dummy half. Matthew Johns now sights a little gap. Steps off the left and he's brought down 80 metres short. Last tackle now for the Newcastle Knights. Matthew Johns a little toe into the in-goal area. McRae is going to have to clean up. And he's trapped there. A good set of offensive six by the Newcastle Knights.
Yeah, great. That's their second completed set of six, and that would be pleasing the coach at the moment. And you can see what they've done. They've worked the ball all the way down the field, and now they've auctioned the ball by putting it in the in-goal area. Duncan McRae has no option to try and run it out. He's too far back, and as you see, Robbie McCormack and Matthew Johns take him over the dead ball line.
Richard Jones, there's been plenty of people who have touted for some time that Matthew Johns and Andrew Johns work well as a combination. We've seen it already in this match.
Yeah, they certainly do work together. I suppose it was only a matter of time that young Andrew got his chance. Unfortunately, to an injury as another penalty to our sideline commentator, Matty Rodwell. But it'll be interesting to see how the game pans out for the two brothers.
28 out. Moves in, strikes it pretty well too. The touch judges haven't moved, and the first points of the afternoon in first grade go to the Newcastle Knights. They lead South Sydney 2-0. Brett Goldspink, the tackler. 5 out now. McCormick, a good pass to Andrew Johns. Now to Matthew Johns. Gives it to Paul Harrigan. Harrigan will score from there. Duncan McRae was never, ever going to stop the runaway chief. And Newcastle Knights get the first try of the afternoon. Some very, very good quick play the balls and good field position.
Yeah, look, let's have a look at this pass served up to Paul Harrigan. And this put the try on, and Paul ran into the hole perfectly. It's played from Robbie McCormack across to Andrew Johns, across to his brother Matthew Johns. And watch Matthew take it to the line. Watch Paul hit the hole. He's through. He's gone. And the fullbacks waited for him. He should have attacked Paul. He had no chance of stopping him. Good try. Good hole hitting from Paul Harrigan.
Absolute night there for Duncan McRae. But just watch Jason Bell just leaves the line a little bit. Comes across from Andrew. Matthew Johns possibly waiting for the fade play, but Harrigan gets it in the line as the first receiver. And excuse me, Duncan McRae, I'm going to put this ball over the line. Good try and a good start to the Knights.
They brought the ball up to the fourth tackles to their own half. They got a penalty. From the penalty, they went straight into attack, and just from that weight of possession, 6 points to the Knights.
Matthew Johns, of course, I was talking about. And Andrew Johns gets 2 out of 2 here this afternoon. Matthew Rodwell, a good try to the Knights.
The Knights will think this is Christmas come early. If South continually make those mistakes in their own half, they'll get punished for this.
Paul Harrigan doing plenty of work in the first half. McCormack gives it to Sargent. Sargent's nearly through. He's going to score himself. And the captain of the Newcastle Knights, Mark Sargent, with brute strength, got across the line. Now we'd better check that pass. It looked marginal, but Robbie McCormick doing some great work. And Mark Sargent across the line for the Newcastle Knights' second try.
Yeah, let's watch Robbie take the ball from dummy half. It's a good play of the ball. He runs wide. He brings Mark onto the ball. That was perfectly fine. And Mark's hit it with pace. And as you see with Mark Sargent, when he hits the ball with pace, he's a handful. He's one of the most damaging runners in the game.
Well, Duncan McRae's had a shocker. In the space of 5 minutes, he's confronted 2 of the biggest men in league. Good short ball. Again, just committing the line, Robbie McCormack. Good play out, and Sarge, well, he was never ever not going to score from there. Great try again.
Inexperience from Duncan McRae. He's got to attack them there. He hasn't got the real estate to fall behind on. He's got to come forward and try and attack those invaders.
Right on the 20-metre line. Moves in, strikes it. The touch judges go to the left, and it's through. And Andrew Johns has 3 out of 3, and the Newcastle Knights race away to a 14-0 lead. Last tackle for the Newcastle Knights. Souths are short on the left. Doesn't matter. Andrew Johns pops the field goal, and she's over, and the Newcastle Knights lead 15 points to 0. A bit of individual flair, Alan McMahon.
Yeah, that'll be demoralising for Souths. Every time the Knights have visited Souths Quarter, they've come away with a point. Now what we've got to find, probably one of the best parts of South's games, their kickoffs. They've been long and deep, but unfortunately it's the other parts of the game that's letting them down.
Last tackle now for the Rabbits. It's with Penner. Penner, the chip kick, came off a Knight's foot. 6 to go for the Rabbits. Paul Quinn is close. He's awfully close. 6 to go again, says referee Eddie Ward. McRae gives it to Miller, and Miller is in. A good sustained attack by the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Well, what we saw, Mike, got to trace that back to the second set of 6 that they had at them. They got a penalty from that. They then played the 6. They had a bit of luck in the bounce of that ball, which gave them another set of 6. Just the weight of possession finally told against Newcastle.
Yeah, just coming back to it. Yeah, just a changeover situation. The ball rebounding. They just took the ball to the line south, tried to set up. The Knights are all over the shop. And we'll see here just a little short ball from the dummy half. McRae and Miller it is. Too big, too strong and too close.
Craig Field now stepping in to try and convert the Paul Miller try. Does so with relative ease. And South Sydney have hit back just before half-time. Matthew Rodwell, as we said, they have definitely got the ability to score points at will. Robbie McCormick at dummy half again for the Newcastle Knights. Long pass to Robbie O'Davis, now to Andrew Johns. He steps off the left. Still going forward is Andrew Johns. He's 5 metres out from the South Sydney line. Fourth tackle, Adam Muir. Switches play to Paul Harrigan. He's close, Paul Harrigan, but he's held up, I think, or has he got the ball down? Another try to Paul Harrigan, the Chiefs' second try in this first half. We're obscured there. It looked as though the South Sydney defence had him held up over the line, but we might be able to see it in replay. Paul Harrigan being able to get the ball down.
Yeah, it's a good call here from Paul. If you watch him to the right-hand side of your screen, the dummy half, Adam Muir, facing left, gets the call from Paul on the right, and he runs between the two fenders, and his size and his strength was too good for them, reaches over and puts the ball down. A very good try and very good eyes on behalf of Paul Harrigan to see it and call it, and good response from Adam Muir.
Yeah, Adam Muir was the one who responded in time, and the Chief just too big and strong.
Andrew Johns now trying to make it 4 out of 4. Moves in, and it just sneaks in the right-hand upright, so he's having a tremendous game, Andrew Johns. 4 goals and 1 field goal, and the Newcastle Knights lead 21 points to 6. And Alan McMahon, if you have a try scored against you, the best way to hit back is score 1 yourself. So taken out by Bradley Godden. Souths feed, Souths win. Penner gives it out to McRae. They've got an overlap here. Shane Wilson. Wilson gives it to Miller, and he drops
the ball
just before the line. No try, South Sydney. And the Newcastle Knights will get the restart at the 20. Well, Miller had the line open for his second try. They're still about 8 metres out, the Rabbits. McRae at dummy half again. Long pass out to Penner. Penner quickly to Hermanson. He drops the ball and forced back a few metres by the Newcastle Knights. Wasn't expecting that ball, Hermanson. They go the short side. Doniger, Field quickly out to Penner. They've got to score here. Cochrane's in for South Sydney. Well worked try to the Rabbits. And the Rabbits are right back in the ball game after 5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, again, the weight of possession. A couple of sets of 6 attacking the Knights. Let's have a look at this go on the replay. I think you'll find it's Craig Field coming from the open side of the ruck to the short side of the ruck. There he is. He's got the ball now. He takes it to the defence line, takes it across to David Penner. And then Penner draws David Smith perfectly and leaves the line open for Jamie Corcoran to finish it off. Well executed.
Yeah, very good play. Last tackle play. Nothing there, just turning it to Field. As you say, Field's got to be involved. He possibly shaped the kick. McCormack come out of the line. Penner, very good unders play there. How important is that missed try just prior to half-time now for South Sydney?
This to draw them another 2 points closer to the Newcastle Knights. Steps in, hits it pretty well, but it's going to pull up pretty short. And no conversion there, so 1 from 4 for Craig Field, and the score remains 21 points to 10. McCormick at dummy half now. Adam Muir stands, gets the ball to McCormack. Throws the little dummy, throws another dummy. He's close, Robbie McCormack. Oh, sensational individual try, Robbie McCormack. Well, that's a try that was made out of absolutely nothing. And I should imagine Bobby McCarthy would be right off his trolley. The South Sydney defence just fell apart. Robbie McCormack found a couple of holes and danced through to score adjacent to the post.
Robbie's played off the off-road from Adam Muir, but the person to watch here is the fullback from South's, Duncan McRae. Now, the first rule of the fullback is that you don't stand still when the opposition's coming at you. And you watch Robbie here. See Duncan McRae, his feet are planted on the ground. He's got no chance of stopping Robbie.
Matthew, has Robbie been taking some tuition from the Johns boys?
I think Robbie's been taking some tuition from Chief and Sarge. It's the front row have scored all the tries today, an impressive performance. Also, Souths did not take the opportunities when Newcastle presented them to them.
And Field having to do the defensive work. Matthew Johns turns it inside to Stephen Crow, and a great tackle right around the ankles by Jason Bell. Last tackle now. They go the short side. Robbie McCormick again gets his arms free. And brilliant ball over the top to Russell Wire. Jamie Yates and drops it over the line.
Didn't Robbie McCormack play very well to the lead up of that? Let's have a look at that on the replay.
Well, one apiece. Here it is, Robbie McCormack
Shows
just
the ball,
cutting everyone out.
Pulls it back, passes it late. Matthew Johns very well, over to Russell Wire, positions his winger. Oh,
A real chance here to wrap up the match. Matthew Johns steps off the right once again, throws the ball to Robbie McCormack, quickly to Mark Glanville. Glanville gives it off to Darren Tracy, who is on the field for the Newcastle Knights. Darren Tracy's first touch of the footy. Now Andrew Johns. Sights a little hole himself. He's close.
Try.
He reaches out. That's a try to Andrew Johns. Brute strength from the little halfback, and that's a good reward for a great game in his debut match for the Newcastle Knights in first grade. Andrew Johns scores the try, and that should wrap it up for the Knights.
well, let's have a look at this at the replay. There didn't seem to be a great deal on. Paul Harrigan runs the decoy a little bit early. His timing was off. Watch Andrew Johns here. He comes to the line. There's not a great deal on. Steps with his strength. A low tackle, 2 low tackles from the South defenders. Reaches over, scores the try.
Just total strength as we watch Harrigan there just fade through. The South defence just moves laterally and it doesn't come forward at all, and that's where they get into trouble. But great strength from the young fella to carry a couple of the biggest South guys over the line, and a very, very well-deserved try.
Andrew Johns now trying to make it 6 out of 6. He's already kicked a field goal plus scored a try. Moves in, strikes it well. 6 from 6, and Andrew Johns has certainly got to be in the running for the Just Jeans man of the match here at the Sydney Football Stadium this afternoon. The Newcastle Knights 33 lead South Sydney 10. And our winner this weekend, a winner of $300 worth of power tools from Tool Specialists in Newcastle, Natalie Bryson of 56 Sandy Beach Drive. And the Newcastle Knights are about to score another try. We'll come back to that. Jamie Ainscoe very close and can't reach out to score the try. A great attacking move for the Newcastle Knights again. Adam Muir goes himself, scores the try, Adam Muir, and the Newcastle Knights are certainly on a roll. Adam Muir, but that was well orchestrated, well down the field, once again by the Newcastle Knights, and Adam Muir just deserts today, scoring a try, and the Fords are at it again. Let's go back, Macca.
Mate, there's a good pass here. Robbie McCormack's been instrumental today. He gets the ball out there to Russell Wire. Watch Russell Wire through the line. Turns it back inside to Adam Muir. Adam takes Craig Field aside, slips it back into Jamie Ainscoe. I thought Jamie might have got home here. Duncan McRae just stops him just that much, stops his progress. Craig Field stops him just very much short of the line. Adam Muir, dummy half, and just dives over from dummy half. A simple try in the end. Let's watch it.
So here he is, he just picks up the ball from there. The defence moved out, and that was Paul Quinn, and he was through the gap, Richard James.
Yeah, just a matter of numbers here.
Not a problem from the youngster. He's having a whaler game. And the Newcastle Knights stretching their lead now to 39 points to 10. Hedges at dummy half. Field, he hasn't given up the ghost. Tyron Smith, good tackle. Field will score the try. And that's well deserved to the young halfback. He has not given up trying all day, Craig Field. A fortuitous try in the end, but I don't think anyone here today, and there's a reasonably small crowd, would deny him the try that he's just scored.
No, Mike, I think we've said all game that if Craig Field doesn't do anything, then South look very pedestrian, very fortuitous. Look at his reflexes. Kicked it, came off the legs, picked it up and ran straight around, get as close to the post as he can. He deserved it. He has been South today.
Yeah, persistence from the little fella. He just took it upon his own bat. His reflexes were very good skills, and as a wise old bloke once said to me, never give up, never give in. Craig Field, thoroughly deserved.
Johns, cut out pass to Robbie O'Davis, flicked over the top to Nathan Barnes and gone forward, said referee Eddie Ward.
His first idea in that instance would have been the best to turn the ball back inside, but however.
Big tackle by McRae, but doesn't he unload the ball well when he's in... Here's a chance for the Newcastle Knights. Toe forward by Andrew Johns. Can he score his second? Yes! Great try, Andrew Johns. Gee, you blokes are going to have a tough job with a Just Jeans Man of the Match award. He scores his second try of the afternoon. He's kicked 7 from 7 and a field goal. Andrew Johns, what a debut match for the Newcastle Knights.
Jolly on the spot here, look at this. I think it's kicked through originally. Is it by Bradley Gotton? No, young Andrew's kicked it through. And he's gone toe-to-toe. Is that Craig Field on his left-hand shoulder?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yep, and he scored. It's a good try, and as you say, all the points that he scored, he's had a very fine match.
Yeah,
here it is again.
Wide ball there from Craig Field. Just, you know, that's the luck that the Souths have had today. Been forced upon. Brad Godden was happy to bounce on it, but Andrew Johns said, "No way, son, I'm going to tow this through." And I really think that's possibly sealed that great Just Tunes award for Andrew. That really is a fine display. Not that I'm making any decisions on my own.
Fair dinkum, Matthew. Jonesy's gone from Robbie McCormick as a lay-down Mazera. Now he's talking about Andrew Johns.
Well, that's not a bad effort from the kid.
One in from touch, strikes it. It's go! Oh, what a sensation! That's hit the post. Fair dinkum, what a kick from Andrew Johns. 7 out of 8, and it was home for all money there for a moment.